Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a Dragon Link deck profile. This deck is actually very annoying for me because I played against it twice and lost back when it was still meta. Um, the reason I'm doing this today is because when this was meta, I used to play this online, so I have quite a good experience with it. And other than that, yeah, it's a very nice deck. And right now, it isn't the best, but it's still pretty competitive if you can pull it off. Let's just get straight into it. To be honest, I don't want to spend too much time in the introduction. First of all, three Rocket Racer because it's the starter card. You have to play three of it. I've seen many deck profiles actually play two of it, but three is the ideal, is the best number because if you open it, then you're probably gonna just play normally. You're gonna guarantee combo. You don't open it, then you're gonna have to like summon some other starter, either Rocket Synchron, Rocket Recharger, Red Eyes Wyvern, Black Metal Dragon. Sorry, not Red Eyes Wyvern. Chamber, you're gonna have to rely on these cards to be able to search the tracer. So if you open tracer, you're basically guaranteeing it. If you don't, then you have to like make sure you get it, or otherwise you're kind of dead. Anyway, next up, three Noctivision Dragon. Nocti is very powerful. It's basically the extender in the deck in which you can every time you link summon, you get to special summon Nocti, and then when this card's linked as 1 second. Once when this card is what the hell? Did they change its effect or something? Oh yeah, there we go. If a Dark Dragon monster is special summoned from to your field, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is sent to graveyard as link material, you get to draw one card. Yes, that's exactly what I said. That wasn't what I said. Anyway, um, so also it has a grave effect, which is quite nice. When your opponent activates a card that targets your monsters, your targets a face down card you control. Okay, you can banish this card from your graveyard to negate that effect. Um, I mean, it's not that good, but it's fine to be honest. Next up, we play three Black Metal Dragon. The reason you play three of this is because if you open it, then you're basically going full combo. Because Black Metal Dragon, Link for Striker Dragon, search Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon, and search Boot Sector. There you go. That's three extenders. Like, come on. Um, and you play, of course, the one that has Darkness Metal Dragon because you search it with Wyvern. So you have with why do I keep calling this Wyvern? You search it with Black Metal Dragon to just go into the darkness. It's um it's limited. Okay, I just don't get why. Okay, it's powerful. I get it, but I don't get why it's limited. To be honest, two Abstrauter. I've seen some people play one Abstrauter. No, two is fine. Abstrauter basically when this card is sent. Uh, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to add one rocket monster. So if this card is used as a discard, you get to search. If this card is sent by Dragon Ravine, you get to search. If you send it with Chaos Space, you get to search. Um, you get to search a lot. So it's a good card. It's a very powerful card. Rocket Synchron is also quite powerful. But to be honest, you don't really use its second effect much. It's powerful. The second effect is very powerful. And if you um if you didn't normal summon that turn yet, somehow didn't normal summon that turn yet, you can still just go Rocket Synchron to special summon a level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster. Because also it's a tuner, so if you special summon, let's say Nocti, which is level 7, I think. Level 7, yeah? Yep, it's level 7. So if you go Nocti, if you special summon Nocti off of Rocket Synchron, you get a free level 8, so that's really powerful. Next up, Rocket Recharger. This is more of just a extender. It's quite powerful, and I don't know why, but when I used to play this deck, I used to always special summon this off of Tracer. It's usually what you want to special summon actually. Let's just see again. Send this card from your hand to the or field to the graveyard and target one of those destroyed monsters to special summon on dark. See, the effect isn't that good. Um, yeah. So you play Rocket Recharger to basically special summon it off of Tracer, and you also special summon Caliber off of Tracer, but I'll get to that in a second. Man, I'm actually like getting nostalgia out of this, even though it wasn't so long ago, but it feels like a very long time ago for me, even though it was like what last year. That's fine. It feels like a long time for me actually since I played this deck. It was back when I first learned Yu-Gi-Oh! Like back when I first started playing competitively, like back when I first started playing to actually win, rather than just play a DD structure deck that I found online. Like, come on. Anyway, uh, next up, One Rocket Caliber. This is the new card actually. It's the support and was it Burst of Destiny? Yeah, pretty sure it's Burst of Destiny. Rocket Caliber is quite good. If you link summon into a Dark Dragon, you get to special summon him. So Caliber, this is an extender, one. And two, if this card is you contribute this card special summon one Dark Dragon or Machine Monster from your hand, except Rocket Caliber. So this card is also really powerful because if you have Nocti in hand, or if you have Red Darkness, or if you have Chaos Dragon, if you have Abstrauter, so they all work in here. But the second effect is not usually what you're trying to use. What you're trying to use is the first effect in which to special summon itself, because that's a very good effect. Next up, one Seifert, Starliege. You can send any number of dragon monsters from your hand and or face up to the graveyard. Add one dragon monster from your deck to your hand whose levels equals the total original levels of those monsters sent to the graveyard. No. Like, usually you might discard Recharger, okay? Sometimes you might discard Recharger to search a Tracer. Or you might discard something that's a high level to search a Rocket Synchron. But to be honest, you don't really do that. This is fine. The reason I'm not playing more of this is because one is enough. It's a starter, sure, you can use it to link it to Striker Dragon, but other than that, the effect isn't so useful. Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, this is a part of the combo. You get to usually rip one card out of the opponent's hand. So the opponent's like starting with one less card in their hand. So that's really powerful. Because if you rip the correct if you rip the correct card, then you interrupt their combo enough to beat them next turn to OTK. Um, Other than that, this card you search it. What was the card that searches this? Omni Dragon Brotor, I think. I used to use Omni Dragon Brotor to search Legionnaire, but now I'm not sure. Anyway, Chamber Dragon Maid is the next card you play. Chamber Dragon Maid and two Tidying. The reason the deck profile is not like organized is because at the start I clicked A to Z, but then I realized that I'm gonna have to talk about certain cards before other cards, and that wasn't like correct. I had to talk about the first card I had to talk about was Ash Blossom. Like, why am I gonna talk about Ash, the very first thing in a Dragon Link deck profile? So I resorted them, but kept the extra deck. Anyway, Chamber Dragon Maid, it's a very good starter because you get to search an interruption, and then if you bring it back with Tidying, you get to search the other Tidying. So that's even better. Um, just moving on, Tidying is, you play two Tidying because two searches with Chamber, and Tidying is an interruption, so that's really, really good. Extra interruptions, like, why not? Three Ash and three Veiler, just the hand trap lineup, to be honest. They're very powerful. The thing is with them, you maybe want to play imperms, but the problem with imperms is that they're not light monsters. Veiler is a light monster, so you can use it with chaos. So you can like use chaos space to send one light monster from hand to add a dark monster. There's not enough light monsters in this deck to be able to use chaos space efficiently. So Veiler is a good card, and Ash is the best hand trap in the game after Maxi. So there you go. Next up, the two brothers, Black Dragon and what? Black Dragon and White Dragon. They're very powerful. Basically, you special summon one, you link it off, you search the other, you special summon. So it's free link material. Why not? Okay, why not? Boot sector launch, you search it off of Striker Dragon. It just allows you to special summon lots of rockets. It's a very powerful card. It's part of your main combo, and nothing much to be said about this actually. Uh, Three quick launch because it's a free special summon. It's this simple. Special summon one rocket monster, but it cannot attack, also destroying during the end phase. That's it. You special summon Tracer, usually. One Dragon Ravine because you search it off of Romulus. Dragon Ravine is the card that you use to send Abstrauter from the deck to the hand, and then yeah, you just send one dragon monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you send Abstrauter and then activate Abstrauter's effect to search Tracer. So that's the easiest thing. Um, 3 chaos space because it's a starter actually. If it usually with chaos space you search these guys, white dragon and black dragon, which gets you just free link material. And moving on to the last 3 cards in the main deck, two triple tactics and 1 cold buy. The reason you're playing 2 triple tactics, not 3, is because cold buy is sometimes more useful in certain situations, like when you're using a card in the graveyard, like when the opponent targets a card in their graveyard, or like it's about to special summon from grave, you can just cold buy and banish. Tactics, on the other hand, if you get hand trapped, you get to like attempt to recover. Okay, you can attempt to recover. So another thing you can play in this deck is crossout. Okay, you can play crossout designator. The thing is with crossout is that okay, you play 3 crossouts, so removing 2 triple tactics, and you will also remove one of the failures. And then you will keep 1 Veiler, 1 Ash, put an Ibiru. Okay, so this is gonna be your lineup. 3 crossouts. Okay, 1 Nibiru. So what I like to do is usually just memorize how many slots do we have to use hand traps, including triple tactics and cold buy. So in this deck you have 9 slots for this. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna play 3 crossout, 1 Nibiru, 2 Ash, limit reached. Let's put bypass limit for now. What the hell? Okay, just 2 Ash. Usually 2. This is your lineup. 3 crossout, 1 Nibiru, 2 Ash, 1 Bell. How many is this? This is 7. So you get 2 more. You get Effect Vader, and Droll. So if you do have crossout designator, you can use this lineup, 3 crossouts, and these. Usually, because the reason you're playing 2 Ash is because you actually want to use the Ash, and if you don't want to play Droll, you can just play another Vader. Usually, for me personally, tactics is better, but crossout is not a bad option since you still get to keep the hand traps and use them in case you draw them. So that's that. Let's just quickly remove them real quick. No Droll, and we don't play Bell. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. I'll talk about these in a second. Moving on to the extra deck. 1 Boatload Savage. Excuse me. Okay, 1 Boatload Savage. This card is the main card you're trying to go for. It's a negate. Very broken. Very powerful. 1 Chaos Ruler. Without the reprint, this deck would be non-budget. Okay, because well, this deck, the one I'm talking about, is not budget since it plays Access Code, it plays Boatload, it plays Tactics, it plays Ash. This deck is not budget, but you could essentially make it budget if you remove the Ash and Tactics for cheaper cards, and if you move Boatload for like Beals or something, or Scarlight. It's up to you. So Boatload Savage, very broken card. It's a negate. Next up, Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler, the Excavate 5 effect is very powerful. You get to search 1. And the best part about this is that you link it off and then it comes back. So in another more extra link material. So very, very powerful for these. And Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This is a negate. Mostly it's just a negate. It's very powerful since you're able to go into this almost every turn. That's it for the synchros. I've seen some decks play more synchros, but this is what I'm playing personally. Moving on. Access code. No need to discuss this. It's access code. You don't afford this, you can play Boatload Dragon or Bolt Sword, but Bolt Sword is increasing in price right now, and it may not be considered budget. So Boatload is usually the card. Appaloosa. Appaloosa is 3 negates, usually, in this deck, yes, it's 3 negates. Appaloosa is very powerful in this deck, because you go into it as part of your main combo, to set up enough interruptions. And Boral Sword. See, Boral Sword is a card that I love because it's never part of the main starting combo. It's always up to like either going second, which it's still not the best card for going second. This is basically the ultimate grind card. when you enter the grind game and you're just trying to like win and inflict life points, inflict damage as quickly as possible, Boral Sword is your guy. Just go for Boral Sword because if you chill, if you're able to go into Boral Sword, then you basically won because you'll deal enough damage that turn to kill the opponent, or at least inflict enough damage so that the opponent's lower than you, so you win by time. How to be a scumbag in 3 seconds. One Romulus. Romulus is part of the main combo in which you search Dragon Ravine. So there's no discussing this. Pisty's effect is very powerful. You get to special summon from grave or banished zone to a zone 2 link monsters point to. So Pisty is very powerful. It's also part of the main combo. And Heretic Seal, sorry. This is a very powerful card because it's an interruption, and the fact that it can bounce itself. So that's even better. Tribute, sorry, it doesn't bounce. It tributes. This is a very powerful card since if you're in some cases you want to end on as many interruptions as possible, not just get follow up for next turn. So going for this and Borload Savage will give you 2 interruptions. If you have an Appaloosa, that's how many interruptions is that? 5? 5 interruptions. And next turn, if you keep all of them, you can still go access code to make access code gain 4,000 attack because of Appaloosa. Attack for game. uh, IP Masquerena. IP Masquerena is a very powerful card. You get to link summon on the opponent's turn, or you link summon on your turn and make the card can't be destroyed by card effects. So that's really powerful. Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn is a staple. You need a link 3 that's you need a link 3 with a good effect. Okay? Sorry, Triple Burst Dragon, but Nightmare Unicorn is better. The Shuffle 1 effect is better than nothing, but it's still not too good. It's more of just a card to fill up space and get yourself a usable card. Quad Boral. It's very powerful in this deck because you can discard one card, target one face-up monsters on the field, and then you destroy the target card and then special summon from grave. From where exactly? You special summon different names from your hand or grave. Yeah, exactly. Up to its link rating. So you can like destroy Sun Dragon or destroy Romulus to special summon 2, and then use them for material for any other one of the extra deck powerful cards. Striker Dragon. It's the main starter of the deck, and nothing much to be said about it. It got limited because of how powerful it is, so that's that. And Triple Burst Dragon, the card that I genuinely don't believe should be here, but is quite useful regardless. Once per turn, you damage step. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, you can negate the activation. That's it. If this card attacks a defense, inflict piercing battle damage. During your main phase, except the turn this card was special summoned, you can tribute this card, then target one link 2 or lower monster special summon it. Then you can special summon one level 4 or lower dragon monster from your hand. So that's even better. Now, I don't think Triple Burst should be here because the fact that you can get distracted, okay, this distracts you. It gives you an option that might not be as good as going for your regular combo. Like sometimes people go into Triple Burst Dragon and say, "Oh, at least I got at least I got a negate." But like, you could have went for better stuff. Regardless, it's a very powerful card and comes up a lot, so hopefully you're gonna use it. Now, for these cards here, some people don't. Most people don't afford access code or Warlord Saber. So what you do is you play Raider's Knight and Arc Rebellion, because if you end up on like let's say Tracer and Recharger, or like Chamber and Tracer, or Chamber and Recharger, or you end up with 2 level 4 Darks, you can go for Raider's Knight, activate, go for Arc Rebellion, and basically try to attack for game that turn. It's an OTK. So that's that. It's quite powerful. And Scarlight is a card that you might want to play, depending on what you. It's like you can take access code out and play Scarlight instead, or you can take Appaloosa out and play Scarlight. It's up to you. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I know this isn't the best profile out there, but the only reason I did this is because I had nothing to do. This is the last day of my winter holiday. Tomorrow's school. I don't want to go back. Like my marks are quite good. I really don't want to go back. I want to continue holiday for now. Anyway, this isn't the best deck profile, but the only reason I did this is because I love this deck, and I was genuinely sad to see it being hit so many times, even though it clearly didn't need any more hits. Like, okay, they hit striker, and then they hit LB. Like, it wasn't meta anymore. There was so many meta contenders in that format that they didn't need to hit LB. Like, come on. Um. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.